Well, that was an amazing intro. Welcome, guys. This is SquigglesTheAzz. Sorry for like the 3 minutes of silence there. That intro was pretty great. This is Ruined King, a League of Legends story. If y'all not aware of what League of Legends is, I do believe it's an online MOBA, a multiplayer online where you get heroes and you level them up and you go into fights and whatnot. I actually never really paid too much attention to MOBAs or like Dota 2. I remember watching like the Dota 2 championships once online. It's like a $2-3 million prize. But other than that, don't know much. I know League of Legends is a very highly competitive game, and people love it. Let's go ahead. Let's start real quick. This game is, let me see here. The people behind this game created one of my favorite games ever. That game is called, well, not one of my, it's one of my most favorite, current new generation type RPGs that came out in like 2018, I believe, on the PlayStation 4. It's called Battle Chasers Night Wars. It's a turn-based role-playing game, very much like iconic of like old school Final Fantasy games. But like the graphics are very update and colorful and whatnot. But the gameplay was absolutely amazing. The story was great. Like I believe it's like got a lot of different perfect scores, or like 9 out of 10s. But the game itself was created by I think the publisher was THQ Nordic, but the people who actually developed it, I'm not quite sure. I think Airship Syndicate. There we go. Yeah, we just saw them in the title. But they are the gameplay, story, everything is really great. Even my nephew told me about how he started playing the original game, Battle Chasers. But this game came out as a sleeper to me. I noticed it on the PlayStation Store when it released, but I didn't really have the funds for it, so I waited. It's on sale. I told myself if it ever goes on sale, you would get it. And then I went on sale today, and I was like, you know what, this is probably the last game I'm going to be buying for a very long time. I have a lot of games to play, I have a lot of games to finish. But, you know, I want a story that has some depth, some strategy to it, and some beauty to it. I'm already listening to, like, the opening music right now at the front of the screen, and it's already very, very nice. Trying to lower the volume real quick. Oh, hi. Headphones are pretty loud right now. But here, why don't we go ahead and go? Let me show you what the developers are capable of. Alright, let's go. Games, go to options, hold on, audio. This is, 2 notches. Alright, let's do 2 notches. Game, fast combat callouts. Let's wait for this. Colorblind options. I thank you for the accessibility options, but I'm not colorblind. Alright, new game. Enemies are more difficult and you will need to dive into your full set of abilities to succeed. Good for classic turn-based RPG fans that want more challenging combat encounters. And these are very difficult and combat encounters will put your abilities and resources to test. Enchantment, item management is a must. You know what, guys? Let's go veteran. Why not? Okay, that's great.
In Bilgewater, monsters are real. When I was a girl, my mother was murdered by a low-life coward named Gangplank. He shot me and left me for dead. There was no trial. In Bilgewater, he was the law. I hunted him. I killed his men. I watched Gangplank die, washed away on the burning tide. But there are still monsters about. For centuries, the Buru people have protected these islands from the worst of them. But even they fear the heroines. Attacks in the form of a lethal black mist, courtesy of our unliving neighbors on the Shadow Isles. Each time, the heroines return stronger, while the Buru grow distant. How long can we rely on prayers and magic? My monsters are flesh and blood. They don't frighten me. Only one thing does. Becoming one of them.
Eating a meal while resting our respite will give your party a variety of buffs that are effective over the next few battles, in addition to replenishing your health and mana. Okay, thank you. A rumor monger will sell you rumors that give you clues about the side quests and bounties. Alright. Some champions have the ability to push. Oh.
It's almost quiet from up here. If only I didn't know better.
Good morning, Captain. Your guest has arrived.
Raffen, remember when we could just take what we wanted, go where we wanted? We didn't have a care in the world. Now look at us. Taking appointments, attempting diplomacy.
Well, at least our line of diplomacy still involves guns.
That may be true, but when he was Reaver King, Gangplank only used guns. If I unite the gangs with violence, will the city still think of me as a savior?
Gangplank was a tyrant, Sarah. You're tough, but you aren't cruel. I'm proud to be your first mate, and the rest of the crew is proud to call you our captain. The gangs will follow you. It's only a matter of time.
They can't follow me if they're dead. Hopefully I can change their minds before they're all wiped out.
Some dogs won't obey until you show them the stick.
Well then, let's not keep Captain Thorn waiting any longer.
So far, I love the voice acting. Misfortune, no buffs. And the environment. We got money. Never did finish that letter. Yo, that just reminded me. I have like 3 letters. Oh, I have a lot I'm supposed to write and do. I guess I could try to do it at work. Is there no jump option? This is how you get into your inventory. Guess that chest up there is just what it is, which is empty. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if I'm gonna get someone who can jump later on. That's how I get to that chest. Instant abilities are not as powerful as lane abilities, but they typically free to use and generate overcharge.
my hatred would die with you. I was wrong.
Captain?
Still got the bullets in my chest. Killing Gangplank wasn't enough, Raffen.
But you beat him. You're still breathing. And he's in little pieces all over the bottom of the ocean. Those bullets are just little reminders.
I wish they didn't remind me so damn much.
Send a report, Captain. Let's see what's in here. Money. No matter what cream I'm part of, I give it my all. As you should. Gangplank was a man, he was an idea. Some people say ideas don't die. Name like that. Gangplank ran this town like he ran his ships. You gave him sweat or blood. Gangplank was a killer, but more than anything, a conman. He'd spin pills of gold, bring sailors into thugs. Oh. I won't be playing this very long. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I need to get some sleep. Oh.
I see you've been doing some remodeling.
What can I say? The place needed a woman's touch. I don't think the previous owner would mind.
Guess not. Seeing as how you gunned him down, along with the rest of the conclave.
Are you here to parley, Captain Thorne, or to criticize my sense of decor? I trust you've considered my offer.
Offer? Hand over my operations to you, my fleet and all of my men, or else? Misfortune. You may have killed Gangplank, stolen his fancy mana, but that don't make you my queen. From where I'm standing, it looks like Bilgewater is still up for grabs. Now give it up, girl. You know I'd hate to ruin that pretty face.
So much for diplomacy.
You know, Raffen? I think I'm starting to enjoy it.
Alright, let's see what these mechanics are. You will initiate a combat encounter when engaging enemies in the world and at major story moments. Fighter cards display key stats such as level, health, and mana. The initiative bar displays the order in which the fighters will perform actions. When a fighter's portrait reaches the front of the initiative bar, it is their turn. When it is your fighter's turn, you can perform one of the mini combat abilities. Instant abilities do not cost mana and are performed immediately after confirming a target. Main abilities cost mana and require time to cast. Pay attention to fighter turn order when selecting abilities. Complete this wave by defeating all enemies. Instant lane. There's no way I can kill one person altogether. Alright. Oh. Okay, just takes some mana. There's a chance this guy dies, but he doesn't. Almost though. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Alright. We'll just do this. And you're dead. Oh, shouldn't have wasted all my mana like that, but the mana is a mana. Generate overcharge for performing certain instant abilities. Overcharge acts like a temporary bonus mana that can be used to cast any abilities during that encounter only. When you have all mana, generate overcharge and stay in the fight. Okay. Tapped, whatever that means. You can select a healing potion from here. Combo will end the defeat if your entire party's health. Okay. I don't really know what tapped does. Okay, he chose violence. And you're dead. After you damage it. Because you're tapped. Okay. Kinda like, what's the word I'm trying to use here? You cast something on Omid. Kinda like a C4. Something like that. It's been primed. Okay, primed, yeah. Alright. It's a primer attack.
I'll consider this your formal surrender.
The Syndicate will never follow you. You hear me, tyrant? I'll die first.
I see. How about you boys? Does your captain speak for you all? Well then, Captain Thorn. I'd say this meeting is adjourned. The rest of you, welcome to my crew. Prove yourselves loyal and you'll be rewarded. Betray me, Or even whisper the name Gangplank, and I'll stuff you in a box with your former captain. Understood?
Yes, Captain.
Ooh, exhausted.
Another successful recruitment. Minus a few stubborn holdouts, the Syndicate's with us now. Their ships, their guns.
But none of their leaders.
Not yet.
Even if I have to put a bullet in every captain from the shipyards to the slaughter docks, I will make them understand.
Whoops.
Rathan?
Miss Walker, so beware, the enemy has a buff called Prime the Mist Bomb that will detonate and hurt your party upon death unless you first disarm it with a speed lane ability. When selecting lane abilities, you can switch from the default balance lane to the speed lane or power lane using the lane up or lane down buttons. Performing the ability in the speed lane will reduce its cast time so it can be performed quickly but with weaker impact. Performing the ability in the power lane will increase its cast time take longer to perform but the stronger impact. Pay attention to each enemy's mechanics and use lane switching to gain upper hand during combat. I like it. So... well, I could just do this first and they'll die, right? Oh, so you gotta do it the first time and then you do it. Hopefully.
Black mist. How is this possible?
Good question. Still wondering. Hello. What's this? No rest for the way. Gotcha. Refined? Not refined. Oh. You have entered a combat encounter while standing in a hazard called Poison Mist. This has created a hazard initiative bar region that will travel along with the fighter portraits. Fighters in your party that are inside of the region will be targeted. Once the region reaches the front of the bar, it will apply its effects to any of your fighters that are currently targeted. Luckily, you can use lane abilities to switch lanes and maneuver in and out of initiative bar regions. Take control of your fighter placement in the initiative bar and take control of the battle. Alright, What is this? Okay, so just loot stuff around. And then, yeah, we'll just do this. I like it. I like it. Used for enchanting, buy stuff. Let's see if we're just gonna. Okay. Yep. Alright, so you won't let me go into this room. You didn't even see him coming. Sorry that happened. Inspect mode. You have entered a combat encounter with a spectral wharf rat. These enemies have the shifting form buff, which enhances their ability to evade your attacks, but can be dispelled by attacking with a speed lane ability. Important buff description will be displayed in the combat interface. These buffs require deeper strategy to overcome. While in inspect mode, you can navigate between the initiative bar and fighter cards to get details on abilities and active buffs and debuffs. Be sure to inspect enemies during encounters to learn more about their strengths and weaknesses. We're gonna go ahead and just kill you. Oof, whatever that means. Magic Thunder. Still got the KO there. You know what, let's just see what this actually does. Alright, so it's an explosive round. Okay, I get it. So it basically primes multiple units. Well, we're just gonna do it. Oh. Thank you so much, Captain. I was a goner for sure. Captain, where's Raffen? He was just here. He can't have gone far. Just in case, you know.
Raffen, what happened?
Run! Leave me!
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so all these cost 20 or so mana. It's overcharged. Alright, and then
Sarah. It came out of nowhere. I couldn't.
Don't talk. Save your strength.
I thought we beat those things in Grey Harbor. Could it be another harrowing?
I don't know. But if it is, we're going to need help. We're going to need Alawi.
oh yes, I haven't done the power thing yet, have I?
Brothers and sisters, a new enemy has risen in Bilgewater. The goddess Nagakaboros has shown him to me.
Reveal him to us, truth-bearer.
This Blood Harbor Ripper butchers men in their homes and in the streets. I can sense the fear, the stagnation he brings. We honor the Mother Serpent by restoring motion and driving him out.
Praise the goddess.
Truth-bearer, I wish to fight for you. I am ready.
Are you? If you fight with everything you have, the Mother Serpent may name you worthy. If not, she will take your life.
I surrender to her will.
Unworthy.
He is strong, priestess. He may live.
Perhaps, if the goddess wills it. Come, our enemy awaits. These streets are full of motion. Nagakaboros smiles upon us.
Why do you embrace this foreigner's priestess? The Pelangi do not respect the goddess or brew tradition.
They make their own way. They fight to live. Walk among them, learn from them. Maybe even have some fun.
They have many interesting desires.
Sister, I have seen you indulge in their taverns. Do not be ashamed. Next time I will join you. Now let us follow the rhythms of the street. Here, the men inside spoke recently of the killer we seek.
We will wait outside. No need to get Pelangi stink on us.
More from me then.
Alawi has joined the party. Roll healing damage defense. Alawi's powerful physique is stroked only by her abdominal faith. As a priestess of the Great Crackling, she uses a huge golden idol to draw power from the spirits of her enemies while restoring and protecting her allies. All who challenged the truth bearer of Nagaka Boris soon discovered that Alawi never battles alone. The god of the Serpent Isles fights by her side. The Alawi Buru upbringing allows her to read and understand Buru glyphs. Her dungeon ability, Tentacle Slam, damages enemies and allows Alawi to initiate battle with a tentacle already active. As a priestess of Nagaka Boris, Alawi can both smite her enemies and restore her allies. Alawi's faith in her goddess is unshakable. As she fights, she summons tentacles to attack her enemies and enhance her abilities. Using taunt, Alawi can force her enemies to face her head on, rather than attacking her allies. So she's a tank and a healer, like a paladin type person. I think I've ever smelled anything worse than these slaughter dogs. I thought only thing worse than sand assault, it gets everyone it seems like. Oh, you got to say the game click was a captain more than a king. Hey, there must be someone who knows more about the river. Wait, what? Oh, so which richest girl? Oh, okay, what'd you say again? Okay, everything changes. You can buy pretty much anything you can imagine in bilge water. I don't know why it's so hard for me to say. Oh, I apologize for the yawning. A large sea monster, it must have fought well. I know hunting is dangerous, but I thought this was just a SE. Oh, text really does go fast. Even in death, the Scoocher's motion continues. It will feed me. I spit on Gameplake's memory. The tribe should never have something. Gameplake's a man you could profit from but never trust, while Fortune's a woman you can trust but never profit from. Hauled in another spike guild today. Looks like the bosun's gonna give us all week's something. Solar Docks, the visionary 1 of 3. Dire. I finally made it to Bilgewater. I could cry with joy. The heavy stink of death on the tide confirms my dearest dream. The Shadow Isles lie just over the horizon. After decades of questing, the perfect vista approaches. Since childhood, I've longed to set my brush to paint the rarest scenery in the world. The ruins of the Blessed Isles, wreathed with spirits and specters, ripe with revenants. I've traveled sheer across the Valeran and across the darkest oceans to be here. My talent would be tested on the melancholy rebel. My brush will master those wraiths. The paintings I create will be contemporary masterpieces, rarer and more precious than a portrait of any Yarvin, the Machian aristocracy. Wait, I know how to oh my gosh. Will drool to hang them in their sitting rooms. Controlling my brush, I will walk into the halls of history. Yeah, what? No, I guess nothing, lady. So... Is it you want me to talk to? Oh yeah, that knows more about the Ripper. Let me go in here.
Heilangi stink. Why must...
Well, you know, so far so good. I think, though, this is where I'm going to save and get out. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I know it was very short. It was 45 minutes. And I guess that was long enough. Hopefully y'all like it. Of course, we'll continue on. You know, see more of it. I know we just barely got skin deep. I need to go to bed. I will talk to you guys later and see you next time. Take care now and bye bye. Well, I guess I have to watch my kids save. Okay, now take care and bye bye. See you guys next time.